All right, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to another edition of SWAC Smoke. I'm Steve Wells, got DJ in the house, and as usual, we're gonna talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and just go wherever the flow takes us. So, um, gonna start off with a little introductions and stuff. How you doing today?
Doing pretty good, man. Sitting on cloud nine. Got some good breaking news out of UAPB today, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Hey, that's hey. It's always good to start off with on a good feeling. um, it goes a lot better. So we glad that you doing well. I'm doing pretty well myself. Trying to stay warm. We got a cold front and all that coming through.
Yeah.
So they talk about the roads might ice over and all of that, but we'll see what happens. But I'm nice and comfy and warm in my studio. So I'm ready to roll, man.
Oh yeah, man. Today I don't know how long this information has been out there, but I'm assuming it broke today with the five-star kicker Trey Glimph. I guess that's how you say his name. Out of Alpharetta, Georgia, committed to UAPB, which he really, I guess, you can consider a flip from Jackson State. Supposedly, he said he was committed there, but uh, one thing that I take away from his interview that I watched today, that I'm proud of UAPB for, is continuing to be consistent in their recruiting. From what he was saying, he was all in with Jackson, and Jackson kind of stopped talking to him. But UAPB never stopped. Now, I will say, I think he's a little bit too politically correct because listening to him, he talking about how UAP Pine Bluff is a great place to be, and there's plenty of things to do. Like, come on, man, you kind of stretching it now. Everybody know ain't nothing to do down there. You talking about?
Man, man, I drove past Pine Bluff and didn't even know I drove past it, man. But hey, he
Yeah,
must have been reading one of them brochures. But hey, that's what you want. You want a
yeah,
guy that's gonna get out there and I mean,
yeah,
he's promoting more than anybody has done.
yeah. He
So
promoted more than the school,
yeah, he is.
actually.
So
Yeah,
hopefully, Pine Bluff got a track record with kickers. So maybe he can be, the next guy. He got a strong leg. He got a lot of confidence. Definitely, he got a lot of confidence in his abilities. So I think this is a
yeah,
good move, man. Jay, he was heavy at Jackson State when he first committed there.
yeah.
So um, whatever happened, Pine Bluff swooped in and they made the move.
Yeah, and they right one player at a time, especially when you get a top talent like that. I did have a question though. Maybe y'all can answer. What happened to Jeff Nicholas? Remember he committed to JSU from Valley.
Yeah, then he transferred to Pine Bluff.
Yeah, he flipped the UAPB. Where he
I,
at now?
as far as I know, he's still committed to Pine Bluff, but
Yeah,
he he I don't know because that's a strange situation. He didn't play much at Valley, so I thought he would go to he was heavy at J State as well. He took a
yeah,
visit and he basically said he was gonna transfer there like on the visit, and then last week I think or this week I get a tag and a post on Instagram from him that he going to Pine Bluff. I'm like, bro, you just doing a SWAC tour like
yeah,
in a week. So I guess I don't know if he kicks or punt, but Trey Glimpse said he punt and kick himself. So if
yeah,
he, hey, I guess nothing wrong with the healthy competition, but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I, we'll see, man. Like I said, he said he was going to Pine Bluff, and we'll see. So I don't know what Pine Bluff got in the water right now for special teams, but it seems to be working.
Yeah, they need to do something else. They got to get some more players because I guess we'll be punting and kicking all the time. You ain't gonna have
Well,
nobody else.
I did see they got a commitment from a quarterback out of Mesquite, Texas.
Yeah,
I
Chance
hadn't really
Edwards.
looked at him.
Yeah, I haven't really checked them out either, but yeah, they got a quarterback and they got that DB, like I said, out of Junior College of California. That's pretty much all I know. What's good? Trey chose. Oh, hey man, y'all got another kicker coming there,
They
man.
get they,
Jeez, can't get
they got a
everybody, man.
they got a 5-star kicker the same day. My boy Jamie G, what's up? Oh,
Yeah,
Los J in the house,
three
man.
points in
Got
a
got
cloud of dust.
Hey,
He
hey,
ain't gotta do it
that,
that bad, man.
as soon as they cross the 40-yard line, they in scoring range, man. So hopefully,
Yeah.
I get to see Trey kick a lot of field goals when they come to Baton Rouge. So, but I mean, special teams is very vital, and having a good
Oh
kicker
yeah.
is very important, especially in the SWAC.
Oh yeah.
So if he can come in and contribute, that's good because a lot of people underestimate kickers until you need it, and then you sitting there like, man, But
Yeah.
I'm just glad to see kids are really wanting to be at SWAC schools. So I think that he did a hell of a sales job on Pine Bluff and the conference without even really realizing it. So I thought I think that's a good thing, man. Let's see what keeps going. Signing day, not that far away.
Yeah, that's honestly it's excellent that for one he definitely didn't have to come to the SWAC. He's a minority. You know what I mean? He
Oh
could
yeah,
have chose, any PWI he wanted to. So we're very appreciative to get him in Pine Bluff. I mean, we can't even get some of us to come to Pine Bluff, so that's big.
yeah, and I mean, this is a kid that had a lot of options. He's a
Yeah,
top notch player. It's not like the kid from around the corner that made 2 field goals his whole career
yeah,
and just trying to hold on to his football career. This is a kid with NFL aspirations, and that he knows that you can get to the NFL from Pine Bluff. So that's a low key factor as well. So hopefully we can continue to grow this and keep things going.
well, from I just really want to touch on a few schools. I mean, we got signing day, pretty close, but we'll just kind of, touch on a few things between time. The big flip, Devin Bush from Southern to Grambling. I mean, he's a kid from the Razorbacks. I put that out there. I'm not a Razorback fan. I don't really watch them much anyway during SWAC season. I'm watching straight SWAC, but I don't know what's going on with Hugh Jackson, but he's definitely recruiting his behind off over there.
Oh yeah, man. Hugh Jackson, he swooped in, man, and he he took him right from Southern. He's a New Orleans kid,
Yeah,
so I thought we had a nice little in there. We got Big Thriller in the house, um, and I thought we had an opportunity to we totally rebuilding the secondary. We got like 8 defensive back transfers. A couple of deep linebackers we got the other day. So, you know, I don't know, how much is gonna be a miss, but a 4-star kid that wants to play, I think that's a big thing. And Hugh Jackson is loving South Louisiana, man. He is loving this area. He getting what he wants. So that's dangerous.
yeah. I see y'all picked up that a linebacker, Deshaun Davis out of Iowa State, offensive lineman out of Florida Atlantic, Eli Fields. As far as commitment is concerned, like a lot of this stuff too, it's going to change even more between now and signing day. It's definitely a war going on within the SWAC because I
Oh
seen
yeah.
a lineman from Arkansas, Curry. I think his name Curry. He flipped from Alabama A&M to Alabama State already. So I mean, they fighting.
Yeah, I think it's going, like you said, it's going to be a free fall. Everybody trying to get after these kids. Nobody is sitting back no more and afraid to
Yeah,
talk with guys, and they're giving people different options. So, in the SWAC, I don't think a lot of people really familiar with players, flipping commitments and stuff. So that's something you got to get used to once this recruiting battle starts to pick up. Kids gonna flip a lot. That's what kids do. So they they're gonna have to get used to that. It's gonna happen more often than not. I hadn't heard anything about
yeah.
a
I don't know
TV deal.
nothing
Have
about
you
a
yet?
TV deal.
Can you fill us in a little bit on that? Because I hadn't heard that. Like the only thing I've heard as far as TV goes is the SWAC and the NBA TV are partnering up to show a couple games in
Yeah,
February. So I think that's a good look. But I know Commissioner McClellan, he working hard to make some moves.
I'm sure some people trying to work with him too, though. Now, I mean,
Oh
that's the
yeah.
thing. Like, that's another hot topic, man. While we wait on him, I'll get back to some recruiting in a little bit, but while we on this topic, like it's been an ongoing battle within these SWAC groups. I'm sure you've seen some of it with this whole playoff talk. Let's get in the part of FCS playoffs, or let's schedule these FBS teams, and it was up for renewal. I
I'm about to look
mean,
into that.
the contract with who though?
I guess still with ESPN.
Oh, not
I'm
like
about to
that.
look into that. So
Yeah,
maybe they extended it for some more time. I'm gonna definitely have to research that because
the
I
SWAC
say
is a
Swag is a free agent. Hey, let's sell it, man.
yeah.
Let's hey
The time is now.
that's it. You got a hot commodity. You got some marketable guys. That the leverage is in our favor right now. So we are one of the only few stable conferences in FCS football. So we got a lot to sell. So hopefully, they putting on a nice job, and we get some good moves out of this because it's only up from here, man.
Right. So what are, in your opinion, and feel free to chime in, everybody. What are the biggest pros in your opinion to this whole playoff or scheduling FBS teams? Like, what are you trying to prove, and who are you trying to prove it to? I mean, what's your
Well, for me, I like playing like regional FCS opponents. Those
hmm
Southland type teams. At least in my down here it's Southland. You got
right?
Southeastern, Nichols, McNeese, Northwestern. You got the Texas schools. So to me, that's important because that's recruiting. We recruit against these teams. If we can beat these teams, that opens up a lot of doors because a lot of kids want to go to schools like Southern, but Southern may not talk to them. They sometimes they feel like Southern can't compete with these kind of schools. So if you can step on the field and win these kind of games, you open that door. Like you open it really wide. So to me, being able to recruit in your state is important. So playing those kind of teams are very vital. I feel the same way about FBS teams. I'm against Power Five games, man. I know the check is good, but I'm against Power Five games. Those Group of Five teams, like them low level Sun Belt teams and people like that give you an opportunity to maybe be competitive. And who knows, maybe you got a chance to win. Those kind of games I like. I don't really want to go play Alabama and just have a glorified practice.
Right. Yeah. That, I mean, from the aspect that you just spoke from, as far as recruiting those schools in your region, or trying to out recruit them, I can see that. But when we talk about just, we want to compete with who? I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like not progressive, but I'm just not with that. We gotta be in the FCS playoffs, and we gotta try to beat North Dakota State to prove to who that we are what we are. Play ball, continue to get the best kids, make them want to come play you. Why we always gotta go run to them? I don't understand that logic, because we
I,
don't really gain nothing from it.
I'm definitely in agreement with that part. I
Yeah,
I'm not playing any FCS team unless it's a home and home. I don't want to have to go play anybody, just because. And
yeah,
truth be told, a lot of the people, well, let's start here. FCS as a whole is a niche product. People that follow FBS football don't even
no,
know we could be Division 2 for all they concerned. So you're not gonna impress them by beating George James Madison or somebody like that. The FCS fans that are not HBCU fans, they don't care either.
nope.
Uh, the year North Carolina A&T beat Jacksonville State, I heard so many excuses for why Jacksonville State lost that game. Not nothing that they just got beat.
Yeah,
So it's not the thing that you just do what you have to do. You play the games you play. I'm not really big on having to impress anybody, so it's not gonna make a difference in the long run to most people.
no.
So I just say you play your games, man, and just get a good schedule that can draw some attendance, and you go from there.
So what you said about the McNeese thing and what they discussing right there about UTSA, uh, this was a big thing that came out. Alabama running back Kyle Edwards, the transfer to Southeastern Louisiana. So my question is, kind of to your point, why weren't we in the running to get this kid? I don't know how great he is. He's a 4-star kid, 6', 209. He was good enough to go to Bama over LSU and Penn State. Why weren't we in the running? Southeastern Louisiana, are we that far behind them?
And you know that that kind of takes me to a topic. It's the same topic, but kind of like
Yeah,
veer off. Um, the people who talk about these schools like Southeastern and Sam Houston, they have very good football programs. Don't get me wrong,
right, right.
but their facilities are not good. I don't know how many people have seen Strawberry Stadium at Southeastern. It's very small. Nickel State, they don't have a great stadium. Northwestern State, they hold 14,000. McNeese Stadium is I guess like 18, 20,000, but it's not great.
Yeah,
So I think a lot of people just go off of the name and scores and things, and it's just about being aggressive, man. We just have to be aggressive and sell ourselves, and you can't be scared to talk to kids, man. Me and my dad was talking about this today. You can't be scared to talk to kids. All they can say is no. So if you make yourself aware to this 5-star kid, he got friends, so he might not want to go to Southern. He might be committed somewhere else, but he can put his friends, somebody.
yeah,
These kids know each other, man. They all connected now. So just because you can't get that one, don't mean you can't get the next one.
right. Matter of fact, since Thrillo and Los J is in here, what's going on with TSU and recruiting? I hadn't seen a lot coming out of there. Anybody kind of know what's going on?
This is a good comment right here. People do kind of downplay their own schools,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that's a problem that we have sometimes in Baton Rouge. You have a lot of people who speak negatively on Southern, and kids pick that up. And if they hear you always say Southern don't do this, Southern don't do that, then why would that kid go play there? So people don't realize the effect that what they say and how they say it has on outside ears and eyes. So you have to really be careful with what you put out there and who's watching, especially on social media. You don't know who's watching or who's following you or who in those groups. So it's always fun to crack jokes and everything, but you really got to toe that line, man, because you can run the risk of really negatively recruiting against your own school without even realizing it.
Yeah, and we do get pretty bad, and I see in the group it gets terrible. Like I don't even talk in those groups, but man, people go way below the belt in those groups about schools and just try to promote the negative things about the school. Like that's just go too far with it, man.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I'm of the mindset that you know between the game, man, you
Yeah,
can say whatever you want about my team, you can say whatever you want about my coaches, you can say my cheerleaders ugly, my band sound like trash, whatever. It should never have to come to the schools. There's plenty of trash talk between the two, whoever's playing, to not have to bring
yeah,
up school things. And I think once you go that way, you kind of going a little bit under the belt, below the belt,
yeah,
because like I said, so much, you're not gonna sit in the stadium and talk about, well, your math program is garbage. It's like,
yeah,
get out my face with that, bro. Talk
yeah.
about what's on the field. So
And
I think,
everybody's school got problems,
yes,
you know.
everybody got problems.
Yeah,
No matter what school you go to, everybody got problems.
yeah.
So you leave that kind of stuff out of it, and that can go a long way in changing the mentality of a lot of people when it comes to these schools.
Let me see. Yeah, TSU, they was a young team, so I'm looking forward to seeing them this year, man. I wanted to really see what they had coming in, but I guess we'll see on signing day.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to convince the wife to take the trip to Dallas.
Yeah.
I got to see TSU in person, man, since we have decided that we don't want to have a home and home in this series. So I haven't seen them in Baton Rouge in quite some time. So I guess I'll make that trip up there for that game. So I definitely need to see what TSU got. They working with a lot, man. They you know they doing some things. They're a team to keep an eye out on.
Anybody heard from Prairie View?
Nope. Other than them stealing some coaches from Southern, no, I haven't heard anything from Prairie View. I think they did pick up a couple commitments this week, but I haven't heard anything. So
All
I'm
right.
gonna have to reach out to a couple of people and see if anything going on out there because they aren't talking at all.
What weekend is that game? Well, had they even?
Um, they haven't announced the date, but it's typically in early October. It's around the fair. So well, no, they moved it to Arlington. So don't that. Um, last year I think it was like October 9th. So it's probably gonna be in that early October range.
Okay.
So I think I had to take a trip there and hopefully um I can stay on Sunday and go see my
Oh
boys
Lord,
play.
don't even talk about them, man.
I'm trying to have
Yeah.
positive vibes, man. It's just
Yeah. Well, yeah, I may look at trying to catch that game because I want to see. Well, I'm just waiting on the schedule to come out.
yeah.
Uh, cause
I
it's
I think schedule should be starting to roll out in the next week or so. I know Southern said they was aiming for the end of the month to put out their schedule. Um, I don't really like our home schedule right now. From what the couple games I know we got at home, so it's not the most enticing. But we'll see if they can add a couple good games because we had a pretty good home schedule last year that we blew. But
yeah,
I think I'm eager to see. I know I would love for them to not have that Orange Blossom Classic first game of the season though. That's criminal, man. They need to move that game later in the season.
yeah, with those two teams,
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, I see Alcorn making some moves, man. They kind of quietly doing their thing over there. Do you know anything about that quarterback that is at Louisiana Tech?
He he didn't play a lot, but I think
Yeah.
he started I don't remember if it this year or last year. He started the bowl game that they played in.
Mm-hmm.
He does have experience. I think he's a grad transfer. He does have experience, so Alcorn has an open spot at quarterback. I think he might have a good chance to kind of put his name in the hat for that job because I don't know what they bringing back at quarterback right now. Alcorn typically finds quarterbacks from out of nowhere, so
Yeah.
I don't doubt Alcorn when it comes to quarterbacks because they got a long line of guys that they didn't put in for the next
Yeah.
guy. So and they've all been good. So I don't doubt whoever they roll out there. I think they're probably gonna be successful.
Okay. Yeah, I saw they picked up a 3-star receiver out of Colorado State too. So
Yeah, and
they
I think they got a linebacker from Rice too. So
yeah,
they've
Terrence
been pretty,
Ellis.
yeah, they've been pretty busy this week.
Yeah. Yeah. When is signing day? February.
February 2nd,
Okay.
that's Wednesday.
Only thing I don't like about a lot of the SWAC schools, they don't really put their information out until like the next day. They don't have nobody updating the website at a lot of schools.
I know, man. That's like my biggest gripe when it comes to signing day. Um, it's a little bit better now because I live in Baton Rouge. But when I
Yeah.
was living in Florida, I would be like on Twitter, blowing up the beat writer from Southern, whoever that was at that time. Like, man, have you heard anything? Have you heard anything? I think I probably got blocked a couple of times because I
Yeah.
just used to hound people,
Harassing
man.
them.
What do you know? What do you know? What do you know? I need to know something. But hopefully, with the way a lot of these schools like Alabama and them, they have a really good recruiting Twitter site, Twitter page or whatever you want to call it. I'm old, but they do good with with their social media. Of course, JSU fam does good. So hopefully, with these schools doing that, everybody else will follow suit.
Yeah.
Because I don't like waiting until Thursday and Friday to find
Yeah.
out who we sign. So it's that's something that I think really needs to step up, and hopefully, with these schools taking the lead, I think they will do that.
Top 5. That's kind of tough. You putting me on the spot with that one. That's tough.
I would say Ivy League Jackson State. Um, I still think FAMU's gonna be good. McKay got another year to grow. I know he's not everybody's favorite quarterback, but I think he's gonna be in the mix of getting better. A&M, they have some guys that can step up. They've like got a whole new team of transfers. I think they're still gonna be in the mix. Grambling and probably Alcorn or Southern. But I could do like 7, but I'm trying to stick to 5.
Yeah.
But because it's like a mix of teams, But I think it's gonna be a very competitive season. Gonna be some surprises. I think the West will be a dogfight as it always is. So I would say if I had to pick 5, I would say the 3 top teams from the East: Alabama A&M, Florida A&M, and Jackson State. Not in that order. And Southern, Grambling, or Alcorn, take 2 of them. So that's how I feel. I know I talked all around it, but it's so early right now I can't really pick. But that's my goal.
Honestly, I'm gonna say Jackson is in my top 5. FAMU. At this particular point, from what I know about teams and what they got coming back, I gotta throw TSU in there for me. Texas Southern. And I'm torn in between. I probably have to say Southern. I throw Southern in there, and last team would probably be a toss-up. Probably maybe Alabama State. I think they may be. I think them and Bethune-Cookman may be a sleeper team that win some games, but I don't know, man. It's like you said, it's so early, but I got to throw Texas Southern in there just from.
I don't even know how I forgot them. Like I said, I was trying to pull names, and I just they definitely gonna be a factor. That's why I say, man, the West will be a dog fight. Right now, obviously, right now it's so early, but I think anybody can win it right now, man. You can't count out Prairie View because they still got talent. Although I will say, you have to be careful with a coach coming in that hasn't done it. I argued people, and I was proven wrong with that, with certain coaches at certain schools. But everybody, all 6 teams in the East at least have a shot early. So TSU got the most experienced quarterback coming back, so that definitely helps. And they was, like you said, they were so young last year. They're only gonna get better. But I will keep my eyes out on that Labor Day Classic though, for sure. I think this might be the year TSU finally get them, and if they win that game, then I think they're gonna be tough to knock out.
So you discrediting your boy?
Well, I don't know honestly, I don't know who's gonna really start because they brought in a kid from JUCO. I like Bubba, man. I'm sure I said that a bunch of times on this show. I like Bubba, but I don't know if I had to wait till spring.
What about John? John Lampley still there?
Yeah, man, and
I like him too. I like Lampley.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
All right.
I think he's capable. I think he's good in the backup role. I'll say that.
Well, we'll find out, like you said. And see what's gonna happen. Like everybody's saying too. Once the spring roll around, it's gonna be a lot more people transferring.
Oh yeah. Like I say, man, we honestly probably not gonna know nothing until kickoff for the first game, and even then, I would probably say a couple weeks after that. But
Bubba was one of my coaches.
You talking about Bubba McDowell?
Oh,
because
I'm thinking about to say
I'm Bubba a little bit too young, unless Big Thrillo unless Big Thrillo is like elementary school kid. But I think the one thing, and I'm gonna move on from it with after this. The one thing I will say about Bubba McDaniel is he didn't. Last year was his first start when he started against Valley. That was his first ever start, so he doesn't have a lot of experience. He came in a few times and relieve Skelton in certain instances if he got banged up or something in 19. He missed the whole
Yeah.
spring season with a broken hand, so he didn't get to play until the Bayou Classic in that season. And then he kind of got thrust into starting without really knowing he was going to start last year. And he had his ups and downs. And I think maybe he'll be more comfortable, but we got to see what kind of system Dooley runs. It's not going to probably be the same as Southern ran before. So that's why I feel like the job is going to be open.
Yeah, I feel like needs to just be a cap here now.
Oh,
That's crucial there, Doc.
oh my God! Somebody must have sat in Mumford Stadium and watched a couple games. I'm I can't.
I watched him in the spring, man, when he played
He
against UAPB in the spring, and he played really well in that game.
and he actually played. He came in for a few plays against TSU. Had a good. He had a couple of good plays against Jackson State in the spring. He's a capable guy, man. I think he started as a freshman. He really wasn't ready, and he made a lot of mistakes, and the offense really wasn't moving with him. And they made a change, and they didn't look back. So it's I I think everybody's gonna have a complete shot. So it's gonna be a wide open thing. That's why I really want to see, what happens.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a lot of quarterback battles. It's only a few people that's coming back that I think that solidified, such as Rashawn McKay and Shador Sanders, Andrew Body.
Honestly, that's it as far as
Yeah,
returning
just
quarterbacks that's
solid.
legitimate.
Yeah,
So everybody gonna be looking for a new quarterback for the most part. Um, so I think a lot of things.
somebody on Southern tough, boy.
I know, man. Oh man,
Jeez.
I, I feel like I'm taking all these bullets in my chest, but I mean it's not a lie. We have to be able to throw the football. Southern can run the ball with anybody, but if Southern can't throw, then you see what happens, in the last couple games. You see what happens when Southern can't run the ball if they can't throw it. So they need consistency at quarterback. They need playmakers at receiver, which is something to me is crazy because if you go back 3 or 4 years, Southern had a ton of receivers. And, Austin Howard at quarterback in like 2017, 2018, those guys put up crazy numbers passing the ball, but um, it's
They
just,
haven't had see, that's one thing I feel like they was lacking was receivers. After Register left, he was really by himself, but after he left, it was just nothing.
yeah, they had a lot of smaller guys. They need
Yeah.
that big body guy. I thought McLean was gonna be that guy, but he didn't really take hold of that job. So, we'll see. They bringing in a couple guys to kind of freshen up the room, and we'll see. See what they do. Like I said, it's just I'm just interested to see what happens.
What areas do you recruit, Mr. Hart? Do you recruit everywhere? Then we can touch on a little basketball before you get out of there. But it's,
Yeah. So, nice weekend of basketball coming up, man. I'm not gonna talk about this past Saturday. Um, they had some basketball games Saturday in Grambling that we lost. I did listen to the game on the radio. They had a great atmosphere though, to keep it real. Um, it was just one of a lot of people lost who probably was a surprise. Alcorn got beat, and the men they were undefeated at this point, and they dropped the game. They have a big game coming up Saturday against FAMU. But them JSU women, man, bruh, I don't know if you looked at scores.
nah, I don't see nobody beating them in the SWAC. I mean, they may lose a game, but I think they're gonna win the SWAC tournament
Bro,
easily.
they are blowing people out,
Yeah,
and it. I think on the men's side, the champ probably gonna have 3 or 4 losses because nobody's separated themselves. And I still say look out for TSU. Um, all those teams that beat them got to come to Houston, so crazy things happen in Houston. But it's wide open, just like anything else. SWAC is wide open. I think Prairie View, they're gonna come up. They didn't play for a while. They're trying to find their form. FAMU, they got a MJ Randolph. That guy can shoot. That guy can score the ball, man. He's a big time scorer for FAMU. He don't got a lot of help, but he's averaging over 20 points a game. I think he's the only guy in conference averaging that much.
Yeah, I think it's a center, ain't it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. She is the truth. The
Yeah, I was reading something about them saying he got some type of NIL deal. So that's another thing too, man. There's like these kids are shopping themselves around to the fan bases, to the cities. It's getting crazy, man.
yeah,
I ain't gonna
it's.
get on that soapbox.
I know that's that we might need to make that a topic for another time that we can really stretch it
Yeah,
out because that's gonna change a lot of things with recruiting. So free agency,
yeah,
let's just call it that, free agency. But kind of jump back on basketball. It's JSU women and then everybody else in the men's side. It's a logjam. So I think anybody can win it. Um, I'm eager to I still think TSU gonna be in the mix. And as we all know, it's really all about the tournament. So if you play well in the tournament,
you
then
got to make it to the tournament
yeah,
though. That's the thing, top 8. But well, what is it now? Yeah, it's still top 8 now, huh? Because it's 12
I
teams.
I heard they're taking all 12. I'm
What?
asking around, but I heard they're taking all 12. At least that's the last thing I heard. So if they're doing
Oh
that, then
man.
everybody get in. But I like to take 8 because it makes a little bit more pressure to not.
Yeah, to try to make it. Yeah, you can't just drop games throughout the season.
Yeah.
Every game matter. Like yeah, I say take the top 8 or at least top 10.
Hey, I need to know about this turkey leg hut, man. I
I hear all about it. I ain't never been.
I need to find out about that, man. Let me know how I can get involved with that. I would love a good turkey leg right about now. So that's the only reason why I won't go to Pine Bluff. I heard they got really good turkey legs up there.
Yeah, we got some people that can do some turkey legs, man. And the girls team we done won like 4 straight. So
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be there to check them out. They've been playing good ball, man. They
yeah,
surprise team right now. Like I said, I think everybody kind of playing for second, but anything can happen.
yeah.
Foul trouble. Post shooting. You just never know. A team get hot from the floor from the 3-point line, and they change. They can change the game.
Has a serious atmosphere, man.
That's a that's a ringing endorsement right there. So
Yes.
um, if I need to find out address and everything. I I'm gonna take a trip just for that. So
Yeah. Let's see. It's good. I got tricks. Okay.
we just did a
Well.
we just did a commercial for the turkey leg hut.
Yeah.
Somebody
They
tell them
need.
to holler at me, man. I can do some commercials. So tell them holler at me.
And before we let y'all go, it's still, every month from this point out is going to be get back to the SWAC, but this month is Alabama A&M. I don't know how many people we have in here from there, but we support the SWAC in general. So give back to the SWAC. It's still going on strong.
Yeah, I mean, like we keep saying, over and over, it's all about just doing what we can and trying to put our best foot forward, like they say. So check out the information on the screen. We'll have it in the description. We have it on the socials and everything. So um, make sure y'all check that out. If you want to throw out your socials, man, in case, because I don't know if anybody got them or we put them out there before. So you want to put your socials out there, that'd be cool.
And this is for everybody who wants the playoffs and wants to compete with top FCS teams, what people perceive as top or whatever. This is where we do it, supporting the schools and making sure they got things that they need. That's a lot of times we say it over and over, but that's the difference. Money. That's the difference between us and them. So this is our chance. When you want to see your school go up, this is one way to help them.
Oh yeah, it's all about, people hate to hear that, but it's about money, man.
Yeah.
You have to be able to put your chips on the table. You can't keep playing the low stakes tables and the penny slot machines. You got to move up if you want to move up. So that's important. So man, we appreciate you being here, Joseph. Man, make sure we tune in, man. We here every Thursday. So make sure you tune in, man. We appreciate you being there and being involved as well. So definitely a big shout out and shout out to everybody, man. And I gotta get to the turkey leg hut. I gotta talk to my wife as soon as I get off the show, and we're gonna plan a trip to Houston just to go to just to go there. And Los J, you can be my tour guide, bro. It's all good.
And one more thing, we got some things brewing. We got some interviews coming up with some former SWAC athletes and dancers, and we got some things going on this off season. Make sure everybody stay entertained when we ain't talking, recruiting and things like that. So just keep tuning in.
Yeah, and feel free, man. Y'all feel free to chime in, let us know what y'all, what kind of things y'all would like, and we'll do the best we can, because it's all about, doing the best show for y'all. So, if y'all got any suggestions, man, you can always hit my Instagram.
Merch. Yeah, the merch thing. Yeah, we brainstorming about that. So that's coming too.
So yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a big year, man, for us. Like I said, we started this late last year, I guess like August.
Yeah, we started right before the season.
Yeah, so we only been doing this for a few months. So we constantly growing, and this is a big thing. So this is not a SWAC topic, but I just saw that comment. Cortez Hankton from TSU, New Orleans guy, got receiver coach job at LSU. That's pretty big. He was at Georgia. So that's a guy that's making some big moves. So salute to him, man. I like to see SWAC guys branch out and make some moves, and that's definitely a good move for him.
Well, I guess I'm gonna get out of here, man. We're supposed to get some freezing weather too, so I'm gonna get out of here and go to the store and make sure I got a little something to eat in here.
Yeah, I'm about to make my way to the kitchen. We're having tacos. It's Taco Thursday, so okay. I'm gonna go ahead and make that happen. So, as usual, man, we'll be back same time next week, and we'll have another edition of SWAC Smoke for y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Peace.
Peace.